Right, okay, so it looks like I'm Slive. I'm Slive Cooper. Yes, I'm live. Sweet deal. So, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. So I mean, everyone knows the spoilers at this point, so fuck it. I'd rather look out for the well-being of people than have spoilers, so fuck it. Thank you for your interest in Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki Literature Club is a horror game. Please do not take this lightly. Doki Doki Literature Club may not be suitable for you if you are affected by any of the following themes: depression, suicide, self-harm, abuse. Welcome to a light-hearted John stream. Damn, dude. Right. These themes are not merely suggested, but are often portrayed as realistically as possible, and thus may disturb you if they were real. Furthermore, the above list is not 100% exhaustive. If you would like to be warned when potentially sensitive content is about to occur while playing the game, detailed content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu. For those with extra concern for their mental health, our recommendation of the safest approach is to avoid playing Doki Doki Literature Club. We trust that given your understanding of your own mental health, you are able to make the decision that is right for you. Well, I've recently been clinically diagnosed with depression and anxiety, so... but I'm fine. Oh no, it's just a game, so it's fine. Thank you for your consideration for staying safe. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. Highly disturbing content, and it's that cute, sort of like, oh, Doki Doki, ho ho, sort of image.
Doki Doki.
Right, let's play this really happy game, shall we? Let's dive in. Please enter your name. Okay, my name is Frunkelrup. Okay, there we go. My name is Frunkelrup.
Hey!
I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting at around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Damn it, I need to get better at reading before I actually say things. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe...
Oh, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Right, okay, I can't keep doing that voice, so let's give him an easier voice for me. Like maybe, but only because, that's awful. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. No, fuck, what can I give him? Like, oh, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. There we go, that's better.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Frunkelrup. What if you...
Oh, well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute.
By the way, Funklerup, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
I told you already, I'm not with—
Oh, fuck, I keep not reading who's saying it. I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Fuck, what is wrong with me? I know I'm really tired right now because it's so hot and it's past midnight right now, but even still, that's no excuse. I haven't been looking either. Oh, I pressed square instead of X.
Ah, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just by getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET.
A NEET?
In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'd promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. I don't know what, that first bit of the sentence was really strangely written to me. Man, I'm voice acted out, I've got to say that because of Final Fantasy. But I'm good. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, if you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Oh, John with the perfect title too. Okay, so anyone watching the re-release of this on YouTube, I've named it Doki Literature Club. Thank you. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Pardon me.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member.
And
Tsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so... I read that as, or if she's coming. That's not what it says. she got the flavour for the Doki. I got the flavour for the Doki of the good shit. Waifus, exactly, my friend, exactly. So let's try this again. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned out all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yeah, let's go.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Ugh. I glance around the room. Right.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? What a boy? I'm just giving her a different voice entirely. Way to kill the atmosphere. And I know that she's like the evil character, so... Oh, Franco, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Just giving her a generic villain voice. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What was that voice? Oh yeah. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry?
Natsuki.
Huh. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is what I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her. Hang on, Sayori was the main character, the main girl, right? Yeah.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Are multiple waifus called Wi-Fi. Dude, I love that. I love that joke. That's awesome. Dude, that's a tweet right there. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Franco-up. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, with a great butt. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... I'm gonna pre... You too, Monika.
Come sit down, Franco-up. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. What's that voice? Fuck. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Wow!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cum drops. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I mean, right? So they put out Doki Doki Plus. Wonder what it changed. Oh yeah, so this is what this is. This is the Doki Doki Plus they put out on PlayStation 4. It's got like a bunch of DLC like chapters and stuff as well, which is awesome. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not for you. No, you dummy. Alright. God, I need to give her a different voice. I've just realised when they're close together, her and Funkelrup sound very similar. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Oh, excuse me. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, before setting down a teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess. Oh, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Did you change the names? I changed the main character name because you get to choose at the beginning, so I called him Funkelrup. Sorry. So yeah, I did name that. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? And a leader of that cult in San Francisco? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy, penis, and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into a literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm just surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. There's a lot of run-on sentences in this game, and it's very difficult to read at times. That's awesome, didn't know you could do that. I didn't either, honestly. When I watched the Game Grumps play, I'm not sure if they named their character, but I mean, I was able to, so... Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. I am fun and worthwhile. I am fun and worthwhile. I am fun and worthwhile. Oh, dude. Easy, easy, Monica. Damn. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah! We'll do our best. We're married.
That's our voice. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new... I almost said gang member then. Of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Thrunkelrup, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past very British there, past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Your camera needs your head. Oh, makes your head Monica's. Jonica. Oh, dude, you are full of the puns tonight. I'm loving it. Well done. With the many waifus being Wi-Fi and Jonica. I see you, man. I see you. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage
I can't say that in that voice.
Advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Dude, what I'm reading at the moment, and technically this is a horror in another regard because it makes you sort of realise how small we are as people, and it's the infinitesimal destruction of our own species that's doomed to happen in many, many years. I've been reading Dark Matter and Dark Energy, the hidden 95% of the universe. Dude, you will not believe the shit that we don't know about. Cyber is bringing these hot puns today. Hot cross puns. Damn, dude. That's like... Oh my god, you've taken my pun abilities. I can't think of anything. What the fuck? You're bringing the punda. There you go.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I was going to do a rock pun, but I can't remember how it sounded. Monica. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Hang on. Can I get over to be her? About there? I wouldn't have expected that of you, Monica. Yuri. was that roughly over her head? For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. If a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh, I'll hold horror.
Oh.
Oh, why's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about your cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What did you let I do?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club's meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence.
I think I'm very British with her, I don't know what it is.
The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's
the same for Yuri. This is too wholesome, it's almost creepy. Oh, it does get creepy though, it really does.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Funkelrup? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But...
I'm sorry, I thought... Funkelrup.
You all? I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Jack off and then you've got a clear head. This is... Oh, I already read that. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. I feel her breasts bounce against my torso. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
I should have gone like, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Oh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over to me once more. Funkelrup, Oh, did I do that in the right voice? I think I did. Frankerup, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Express yourself! Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Funkarup, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Oh man, I need to take a drink. I am dry. The music in this game, knowing what this game is hilarious. That's so true, man. I honestly can't wait for the horror stuff to start. Sorry. Way too much voice changing today. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumcision. And I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. On the next episode of Pokemon, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Excuse me. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Right, Giggle Lollipop. Hey yo bro, did you see the size of her giggle lollipop? Contamination. No breathing, don't give a fuck if I cover your breathing. Hop on my penis. Calm, giggle. We'll go for sunset. Sunset anxiety. Sunset anime, dark, headphones, breeze, 12, hope, warm, waterfall. I know sunset would go with warm, but I want to go for sunset anxiety. Why not? AOJ again. I want all these games in the back, John. So many, man. So many. I mean, you're welcome to play them if you ever come visit, man. So sunset anxiety. Massacre. Massacre passion. Sunset anxiety. Massacre passion. Childhood. Childhood dazzle. Meager lipstick. This is such a stupid poem already. Peaceful pain. Existence. Oh, I kind of want to go for mouse because mousy, but I'm going to go for boop. Existence boop. What? I've literally just got a trophy for something. I have no idea what for. Tenacious Destiny. See, Tenacious D. See what I did there? Poof. Embrace depression. Kawaii. Graveyard. Kawaii graveyard. Giggle Lollipop got you the trophy. I'm sure it did, man. I'm sure it did. And we'll end in a climax. There we go. I can't wait to hear this back. Hi again, Frankerup. glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Franco-Rup. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Oh, excuse me. So Lori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. Well, I mean, I am here for the girls, as I said in my mind, if you'd have been listening to my brain. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. So take me seriously. Oh shit. Giggle like, oh yeah, Honey Pop. It's totally Honey Pop. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Mangaka. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Plops in her seat.
Don't worry, guys.
Oh, hang on.
Don't worry, guys. Franco-Rup always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
I keep going really British for their voices and I don't know why, other than the fact I am British. It just doesn't make sense.
How dependable.
I mean, I'm making her British, but I'm trying to make the main one not. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Franco-Rup can become good friends too.
Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, you're even brought me something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Huh?
Oh, me? Oh.
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big... Oh, Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that's up to me. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright, well, here.
I like how she keeps her hands behind her back just to push out her chest more. When Laura and I took a road trip, we were in a motel room and I busted out my laptop and started playing Honey Pop at full volume.
Yeah?
She was very uncomfortable. I can imagine, but that's great. Why does that keep happening? Seriously, that's like the third time this night that has happened. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Cute! She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I'll definitely throw this on my floor and never think about it again. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I want to hear this poem, honestly. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably...
hang on, Sayori is the main one? So,
we're probably going...
God damn, my voice is fucked.
We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event.
Oh, hey, I said that really weird expressionism.
No one will come in the first place if it's literature based. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could serve human bodies.
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. I wasn't thinking of a severed leg. Or a pre-digested sphincter. Wait, what? Where did that come from? Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa, okay, she was a bit close there. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club.
Dude, where do I sign up for the napping club? I want that. Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you?
Does that answer your question?
Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for the anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Huh? Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Huh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here.
Ah, get your hands out of my dress.
I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. I've watched Something About Mary. I forgot the name of the film for a second. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. That's not toothpaste. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. 2 secs. Sorry, I just had to take a snapshot of that for Twitter later.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. It's like you want to show off your cleavage or something. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Huh? That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Good night, everybody! Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Police. I need the police. 2 seconds.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does all these kinds of things.
Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. In fact, you can run your hands down a little bit if you want. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Aren't you?
Aren't you? Aren't you? I guess?
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Oh god, this is cringe-inducing right now. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
I knew it was getting to that moment. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. Ooh, it's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew, that's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if
I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
what kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do the things like this.
Oh, then he wouldn't let... Oh my god, how hard is that sentence?
If I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you say...
Fuck's sake, my voice... I'm gonna have to end it soon because my voice is gone.
And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Ah, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone.
Huh?
Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yes.
Yay! Buckle up, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. Excuse me. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf torn spot. Why is everything in this game so hard to read for some reason? Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf torn from a special spiral notebook. Fuck it, I can't be bothered to try that again. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Netsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Right, okay, who do you guys reckon I should show it to first? Because I'm guessing I should show it to... I'm thinking either Sayori, the best friend, Monica, because she's the evil mastermind, or Yuri, just because she's like the really shy girl. And I'm into shy girls more than anything, so... This music is so great. Right, fuck it, I'm gonna go for Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Also, she gave me the book, so it's only fair. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking.
She forgot to start speaking. Imagine she forgot to start breathing. She'd just be like... Oh, that'll be funny. It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading through it.
Ouch. Ah, so it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I didn't really notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate.
Definitely not. I made mine random as fuck.
In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
I think she means expression. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine.
Oh, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? So, with this, I'm actually going to go into my proper narration voice. Ghost, under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I actually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
And he just turns around, he's got like a bit of paper in his mouth, he's just like... Sorry? Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Frankorup.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
I almost said symbiotically, what?
Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. But it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori? Oh, Sayori, I bumped into you. Get it? Sorry. Never mind.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Funko Rub.
Huh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. Yuri's opinion was always way more constructive than this. Maybe even Netsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Funko Rap poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really just happy you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now.
Oh my god, what happened to my voice there? Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the clubroom. I say classroom. It is a classroom, though, to be fair. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Funko Rub. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright.
Oh, alright. I'm gonna hold you up to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Okay. Dear sunshine. Hang on. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to keep me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
The next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki? Natsuke?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Damn. Wow. Poop on people, why not?
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks the writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Don't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Netsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And I'm gonna do Monica's last. I'm gonna save and end it at that point. Hi, Frankelrup. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, keep it to yourself. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? I really am nothing to be afraid of. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Frankelrup. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had one of those sorts of things. Had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Ha 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 ha. I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a whole while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find out what kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, this is a long one. God damn it. A fucking voice, man. Right. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched of a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Damn, is this like about a murder? So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. That was the inspiration. Oh, what was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. Please stop talking. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Right, okay, at this point I am going to save. So empty slot, yeah, that's fine. And I am going to call it at this point. So thanks for watching, thanks for joining and chatting, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out. Should have done that.